My compassionate and imaginative Pisces friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. In Pisces, this week arrives quietly, but beneath the surface something stirs. There's a tension you can almost taste, a sense that you're pausing in the middle of a long breath, uncertain whether to exhale or hold it just a little longer. It's not exactly discomfort, more the feeling of being suspended between what you want and what you're willing to let go of. No one else can see it, but you know it's there. The silent tug in your chest, the question behind your eyes. You might find yourself looking out the window, wondering if you're missing something or if it's already passed you by. Maybe you've been waiting for a sign, or maybe you've chosen stillness because there are simply too many directions to move in. Either way, the air around you is thick with possibility, yet you hesitate to move. And as the days pass, you sense that this pause isn't laziness or avoidance. It's a kind of necessary waiting, a gathering of quiet strength before you reach for whatever comes next. You inhabit this week with the quiet gravity of the hanged man. There's a sensation of seeing the world from a different angle. Things feel upside down, yet more honest. You're not rushing to fix or change anything. Instead, you allow yourself to linger in that space between movement and surrender. You might notice a reluctance to force decisions or chase clarity. Even simple choices feel heavier, as if each carries a weight you're not ready to lift. This isn't a time for action, but for deep internal realignment. You might feel misunderstood if others mistake your stillness for indecision. But you know better. Underneath the surface, there's a gentle acceptance of what can't be pushed or hurried. This week, your inner landscape is marked by patience and gentle observation. The world spins on, but you're content to float, to watch, to let things settle where they may. There's a strange comfort in this liminal space, a sense that you are exactly where you need to be, even if you can't see the next step. Emotions ebb and flow, but you don't fight them. You let them pass through like water over stones. If frustration bubbles up, it dissolves just as quickly, replaced by a quiet trust that answers will come in their own time. It's an act of faith, this willingness to wait. And in that waiting, you find a kind of wisdom that can't be taught, only lived. From this suspended place, your path begins to shift. The pause you've chosen, or that's chosen you, creates ripples that touch every part of your week. It's not that life stops moving around you. In fact, you start to notice the world picking up speed, demanding responses, nudging you toward choices you may not feel ready to make. The stillness you've inhabited becomes the ground for everything that follows. Every small decision, every yes or no seems to matter more. You sense that the way you hold yourself during this pause will shape what unfolds next, even if you're not sure how yet. The Two of Pentacles emerges as your week's unfolding rhythm. Suddenly, you're juggling demands, work, relationships, obligations, and the needs of your own heart. There's an undeniable pressure, a feeling that you must keep everything in the air without dropping anything. This isn't chaos, but a kind of dance. Some days you flow with the changes, balancing with grace. Other days you feel the strain in your shoulders, the ache of trying to stay upright while the ground shifts beneath you. Each task calls for your attention, but your energy is not infinite. You might be tempted to do it all, to keep every plate spinning, but the truth is more complicated. This week's friction is subtle, but it's real. You feel stretched, caught between competing priorities. There may be moments when you're pulled in opposite directions. A friend needs your support, your work asks for more, your own needs whisper for space. The momentum builds and you realize that the pause you carried into the week is being challenged. The world wants movement and you're expected to respond. Yet somewhere inside, you remember the value of waiting, of choosing carefully. You're not just reacting to pressures. You're learning to respond in ways that honor your limits and your needs. The tension between your inner stillness and outer demands is where the week's lesson lies. Every time you choose what matters over what's urgent, you reclaim a little more of yourself. Your potential doesn't unfold by accident. It waits for you to meet the demands of the week with presence, not just endurance. The invitations that appear, big or small, depend on how consciously you navigate the push and pull. If you rush to please everyone or lose yourself in the noise, the path feels heavier. But if you remember the quiet strength you discovered in stillness, you can bring that patience into your choices. It's not about getting it all right. It's about showing up with awareness, letting each decision be enough for this moment. The more honestly you meet the week, the more space you create for something deeper to take root. In the gentle hands of the Queen of Pentacles, your potential begins to reveal itself. There's an invitation to ground yourself, to care for your body, your home, and your spirit with simple acts of attention. You notice that when you slow down and tend to what's right in front of you, making a nourishing meal, caring for a living thing, bringing order to your surroundings, something inside you settles. The outer pressures may not disappear, but you find a steadier footing. You realize that abundance isn't about having everything, but about cherishing what you have. This week offers you the chance to feel at home in your own skin, to cultivate peace in the spaces you inhabit. Growth for you isn't a leap or a sudden transformation. It's a quiet unfolding, the slow, steady rooting of presence in your daily life. There's comfort in routine, in small rituals that remind you of your own worth. When you tend to yourself and your environment with care, you create a foundation that can weather whatever storms may come. The Queen of Pentacles doesn't promise that life will be easy, but she shows you that you have the resources within and around you to feel safe, supported, and whole. This week, you're invited to lean into that sense of belonging, to allow yourself the pleasure of enough. Looking back across the week, you can see how stillness made room for clarity. The Hanged Man's quiet pause gave you the space to notice what truly matters. The demands of the Two of Pentacles challenged you to balance your needs with the world's, revealing both your limits and your resilience. And through it all, the gentle presence of the Queen of Pentacles offered you a way to root yourself in the present, to find nourishment in the simple act of being here. These threads weave together into a fabric of gentle strength. By the end of the week, you may not have all the answers, but you carry a deeper sense of trust in your own timing. You know now that waiting is not weakness, and that tending to your own needs is not selfish. You've learned that balance isn't a fixed state, but something you create moment by moment. There's a quiet reassurance in this, an understanding that you can hold space for yourself even as the world spins on. In this gentle integration, you find peace, not because everything is perfect, but because you are present for your own unfolding. Actionable insights for Pisces this week. This week's gentle pause can open up new ways of feeling at home in yourself. You could try making one small corner of your day feel comfortable, even if it's just a cup of tea or a favorite song. When the pressure builds, you might gently check in with your body, noticing what feels tense and what feels soft. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I am allowed to pause and breathe. Each choice I make is enough for today. Balance is found in my own rhythm. I trust my needs and I honor my pace. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.